And so I'm gonna show you how to do a California patch. Obviously, you can't have a hole with no box. You can't put a plate on because there's no box there. I never do tutorials, but this is gonna be somewhat of a tutorial today because I've seen it on TikTok a little bit lately and they're kind of doing it wrong. And I might be doing it wrong too, so just let me know in the comments if I'm doing it wrong. But I think that I'm not doing it wrong. So basically you wanna make a square, or a rectangle I guess. So now you got something rectangular. You wanna come and take your piece of drywall. I don't want my California patch to be much bigger than the actual hole. I'm just using a little T-square to cut these little things. Now once you have your piece, it's bigger than your hole, come to the back side and you'll just make little marks. There, 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 there. You don't want it to be the exact size of the hole because then it will probably be too big. So you want to cut it a little bit smaller than you think. This is the actual spot that's gonna fill the hole. Break off all your little sides and then you start tearing them off. And then we'll see, fits perfectly. Sometimes you can push it even a little bit lower, just a tiny bit lower than flush with the surface. So now we got our piece. Okay, so now I just have some all-purpose mud. It's gonna be pretty thin all around it. So what we're gonna do is take our patch. This is the part that everyone does wrong. They just kind of coat around it. You actually want to coat in this corner. Can you see that? Wait, like that. There's a corner here. This is the paper and this is the actual drywall. You want to coat in that corner all the way around because that's what's going to be bonding your new drywall to your old drywall on the inside. Obviously you do want mud. You want mud all on the paper too. The thin layer of it because you're going to be pulling it out just like any other joint. But you just want to make sure that it's coated all the way to basically the back of the drywall. If it's not, then you're not getting any bond on the inside of this. You're just getting bond on that surface. It'll make it less strong. I'll put a little bit of mud all over this. Okay, and then we'll put it in there. Just nice and straight. And there's gonna be a lot to pull out. Uh-oh, got a problem. There's a chunk of something underneath here. Okay, just put it back. Put it back down. You don't pull it too much, but you know, pull off the extra and then give it a coat. There's a lot of little chips in this shit too. Coat it a little further. I left the entirety of the coating process in the video because I wanted to show you guys exactly how much time you spend on it and to kind of show how like the more time you spend, the smoother it can get. But also you don't want to spend too much time because it is wet and it's never going to be perfect, obviously. That's why you just wait and sand it later. So you always can just leave it a little high and come back and sand it later on spots like this where you know you're not going to get it perfect, you know. Okay. So now I'm gonna leave that a little high, sand around the edges, sand the top a little bit, and I think I should be able to just texture after that's dry. Wipe it down, start texturing it. I've used multiple different spray texture products. They all kind of seem to work the same. Thankfully, this texture is already orange peels, and orange peel spray texture is really easy to find and super easy to apply. You just want to kind of overdo it and give yourself a wide feather area. Okay, so we're definitely going to need a lot more texture than that. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll do a little more texture than that, and then I'll show you the finished product when it's primed and painted. There's the final result. Literally looks perfect. Can't really tell the difference. So there's that spot I patched. It was about right here-ish. You can't see a thing, it looks literally perfect. Looks great. Sweet.